not to brag, but several generous local financial institutions love our mission and have made an annual donation to us in the past when we've asked politely. But this past year, Dupaco said, "Hold my beer." And instead of just making a contribution, they said, "Why don't we host a celebration for you and over 100 of your friends? And P.S., we'll cover the food and drinks." Not only is Dupaco hosting this event, but the adults who study with us at the Lantern Center have received the benefit of partnership with them in the way of financial literacy, as Ellen mentioned earlier, helping provide workshops with our students and about banking in a new country. And as a result, one family is in the process of buying their new home and taking out a mortgage presently. And so, we are gathered here tonight on the rooftop of the deck of this beautiful structure in the Millroad District, which was built by immigrants from several different countries, according to the Iowa Archives, from Canada, Spain, France, China, Ireland, and more countries. Speaking of immigrants, and likely the children and grandchildren of immigrants, we are thrilled that we're surrounded by board members, friends of ours who have studied English and citizenship with us, community supporters, and a few dozen people who are brand new to learning about us tonight and who we are and what we do. As mentioned, we were founded by the Presentation Sisters, and for the first 14 years of the center's operation, run impeccably well by Sister Corrine Murray. We would like to recognize all the Presentation Sisters and all of the local women religious for all their hard work and dedication as volunteers, board members, people praying for us, and financially contributing toward our ministry. In particular, the founder of the center, Sister Corrine Murray, and we would like to present you with a plaque to show our gratitude. Congratulations, and thank you, Sister Corrine.
Can we take a picture? Okay.
Carrying out our mission for the past 21 years would not have been possible without her dedication and the dedication of the Sisters of the Presentation and all of you, our supporters, past and current volunteer tutors. Where are our tutors? Our board and staff and interns, where are you? Thank you. Our hardworking students, 95% of whom are working full-time plus, many of whom come to study with us from 30 miles away, often on their only day off, and many of whom are caregivers to young or aging populations. So where are our students? Speaking of amazing Irish women, did you know that when Ireland was under the rule of Great Britain, that it was illegal for Irish Catholic school children to go to school? That's right in their own country they were facing extreme oppression. That's when Nano Nagel, a brave soul who taught literacy skills and was an advocate and provided basic human needs for these oppressed families who were forced into hiding, went against the law at that time, risking jail and even death by sneaking out in the evenings by none other than the light of her lantern, and teaching and bringing aid and comfort to all those who needed it indiscriminately. And a group of dedicated, brave women who also believed strongly and vowed to uphold Nano Nagel's mission, later became known as the Sisters of the Presentation. Fast forward to the 1990s, when Pope John Paul II made a series of requests to Christians, Catholics, and all people of the world to respond to the refugee crisis in the wake of wars, famine, natural disasters that was forcing Rwandans, Ethiopians, Bosnians, and so many more out of their decimated homelands. The countries may have changed, and so have the dictators and the natural disasters, but it's similar to what we're seeing in today's world, where the United States and dozens of other countries are welcoming refugees, just as we have done with tens of thousands of people who needed to rebuild their lives ever since the end of World War II. And so, the Presentation Sisters, ministering all over the world, started centers just like ours to help fulfill this need. Imagine over 20 rooms filled with this many people. That is about 1,700 people, which is how many people we've been able to help with your support over the last 21 years. Dubuquers, community members who were refugees and immigrants once from over 80 countries in the past 21 years. We're proud that we're the only center within an 80-mile radius to provide free one-on-one tutoring support. And while our services are free, our students and the families of our students give back to us in a myriad of ways. For example, this year, someone whose family has been affiliated with the Lantern Center and received tutoring gear won an award with his colleagues by saving Progressive Processing over 7 million gallons of water. From them, we received a $5,000 grant a month ago. So thank you so much to Renee Mesa and Randy Toll and Ed and Progressive Processing. Thank you. Other students help us by providing word of mouth, which is one of the things we hope you leave here tonight willing to do as well. An example of that is one of our students, a refugee from Afghanistan, who Heather mentioned earlier, Bashir. He worked for the U.S. military as an ally and a brave medic, helping wounded American soldiers in Afghanistan for years. And he convinced another adult male refugee and his wife from a different country to take the leap of faith and come study with us weekly to help improve their English. He had overheard the daughter of the couple trying in earnest to convince her parents to study with us. After coming to us with very little English in the beginning, he was able to come over and say to this couple, "I study here. The people here help me. You come, study here. I will be your friend." And so, we hope tonight that you will also go out into the community and together with us, continue to be the light. Thank you.
Megan, we are so honored and so thankful for your dedication to the Lantern Center. We are almost done. And we have one more story for you tonight. We have one more story for you. It's a video story, so don't worry, I'm not back up here to talk. People who know me know I love a microphone, so I'm not going to be up here long. This short clip is from a video about a man named Pedro who came to the United States alone at the age of 14 after a treacherous journey by bus, train, and foot through the desert with no food and no water. He risked his life because he was starving and his family was starving. He tried to come to the U.S. legally and was denied. And so he came across the border and worked for his uncle. Eventually, he found a safe place at the Lantern Center in Dubuque, Iowa. A safe place where he could learn English and study for the U.S. citizenship test. Pedro was married to his wife, Becky, a special education teacher, and they have 3 children. He works full-time as a warehouse sales manager at Caring Transitions. Again, another example of an immigrant filling a much-needed position in our community. Here is a small part of Pedro's story. And this is when I get to get the technology to work.